what will your legacy be?
This is the quarterfinals 2-minute drill. Our first game of the night was the 3-seeded Lob City versus the 6-seeded Ice Trays. It was a monster game for Jose Mercado, who finished with 50 points and 6 made threes. He was also unstoppable around the rim, shooting 70% from the field. Nuri Mahmoud had a monster game defensively, holding Ice Trays star Nick Lemoyne to 6 points on 2 for 16 shooting. For the Ice Trays, 2 new faces stepped up to lead the team, as Doug Whedon finished with 12 points, and Luis Ortiz finished with 17 points on 72% field goal percentage. But Cody Crawford added 27 of his own, as Lob City wins by 45 to advance to the semifinals. Next up, we have the 4-seeded Halfway Crooks versus the 5-seeded Duguay's Boys. Jeff Winchell led defensively, finishing with 2 blocks and 3 steals, while Devin Devon Pina led the offense, finishing with 30 points and 16 rebounds. For the Duguay's Boys, Kyle Wolf finished with 21 points, but Spence Freeman also had 26 of his own on 87% field goal percentage. The Duguay's Boys struggled due to the absence of Brian Yarst and Des Williams, which led to pure domination from the well-rounded Halfway Crooks. They won their 3rd matchup of the season against this team to move on to the next round, 114-59. The closest game of the night was the 2-seeded Game Breakers versus the 7-seeded Air Mambas. The Air Mambas surprisingly kept it close in the first quarter, as Mario Valerio and Anthony Ramsey both finished with over 20 points apiece. Bahachi and Mini was everywhere, having 37, 7, and 7 with 7 steals on the night. Valerio cut the lead down to 3 early in the second quarter, but the Game Breakers picked up the pace to end the first half up 15. Gian Avedijan and Joe Secator had 22 points and 27 points respectively, while Sergio Dalomba had one of his best games of the season, ending with 19 points. In the second half, it was all Game Breakers, as they never took their foot off the gas for a second, winning 116-75, seeing them match up for their 3rd game of the season versus Lob City. The last game of the night was the 1-seeded RI Warriors versus the 8-seeded Ball Don't Lie. Robert Braxton had his best game of the season, finishing with 21 points and 13 rebounds, while a short-handed Ball Don't Lie was firing behind the arc, as 22 of their 24 field goals made were threes. Despite shooting a staggering 53 threes, Ball Don't Lie made 42% of them. Charles Alexander showed why he's one of the best offensive players in the league, finishing with 55 points, 20 rebounds, and 9 assists. And despite playing 3 versus 4, Ball Don't Lie kept the lead within single digits for most of the first half. Aiden Dozoy had his best game of the season, ending with a career-high 31 points. Ball Don't Lie was gassed after the first half, and the RI Warriors pounced on them, opening up a 70-point lead by the time the buzzer rung, advancing to play the Halfway Crooks for the first time since Week 1.